Shalom, shalom, family. First and foremost, all praise the Father and His Son, Yahusha HaMashiach. And I wanted to come before you, one, because I needed to get this done. Any message that I feel like is that Father has given me that is very direct. I want to release as soon as possible with seeking or searching myself first to make sure that I stay humble throughout the process because that's what we should do. We should stay humble. So I just wanted to give praise to Father and give praise to His Son. One, for always correcting us, for showing us things that we should honor, and we should honor because we know that He loves us and He's given us correction and He's warning us. So it's for His namesake. It's the righteousness that's behind it, and it's for our good as a nation. So I'm gonna try to speak on this and recall it from my memory as best as I can. But I have typed this down, but it's in my phone right now, and I'm doing this live through YouTube or recording through YouTube, so I can't really minimize it and go read it. But it seemed like this is the dream or the night vision or whatever you want to call it. It seemed like we were or I was, or there was a bunch of people in a school or something like that, or it was a line of people lining up to a place, and I think I was moved through the line, and then I got to this part where there was a ladder. Now the ladder went up to like a balcony, but everybody was lined up, right? All of a sudden there was two brothers that was trying to pass me, and it's almost like they walked upon people as they was going up the ladder, and it was like it was like out of inconsideration. It was almost as if they were being greedy, impatient, and they were trying to walk on the next brother just to get where they where maybe they desire in their hearts. But I realized that there was order amongst us, that we all would get there, but we just had to be patient. We had to go through the cycles or through the steps. So I decided not to speak on it when they did it, but I just moved so they can go up the ladder. And when I got to the balcony, I started to see. I think I looked back and I seen like two Hebrew brothers kind of like joking, or like they just wasn't taking things serious. And then I looked, and as I was on the balcony, I seen a bunch of people, like like a lot of people. I couldn't even number it. And that told me that Father was he was that we were, as a people, we were growing, right? But and I don't say this as religion. I say this as a Father was showing me that we are growing of who we are as a people. But this is what he had me to say. So when I looked at them and I turned my head, I spoke to everybody with a loud voice because there was music that was playing, and it's like Father, like it's like He extended my voice. And I said unto them, it's good to know who you are. It's good to have the knowledge of who you are being called to be. But humble yourselves and don't let that knowledge build you up. Don't let it puff you. And then I looked back at the two other Hebrew brothers and I said, there's many of you that think this is a joke and that this is not serious, but this is very serious, and um and you guys need to be humble. So then I continued walking down the balcony, and then I walked down this like lower level of the balcony, and there was people there, and I went to go sit, and I was sitting by myself. Then I put music over my a headset over my ears, and the music was it seemed pretty loud. It seemed like the music was to drown the music that I was hearing. It was like to so I wouldn't hear it. And then I was waiting on my wife, and then all of a sudden, uh, this dude, and before I even continue, I realized that I was like in this robe. I was like in this robe, and I had this staff in my hand. And it's very rare that I have dreams like that of being aware of my clothing. So this dude came out of nowhere after my wife approached me, and he said, or he didn't say anything. He had this knife in his hand, and when I seen him with this knife, it kind of like startled me, so I was like moving back. And then I remember I was still on the ground, and I lifted, like, it's like he was going to go stab my feet. It was another brother though. It was another brother that had this knife, and he went to go stab my feet. And when he went to stab it, in my like in my mind or in my heart, it was almost like a, like, don't move your feet, be strong, and if this is, like, let Father determine out of this situation whether your legs are going to get cut off or whether they're going to be protected. So I wanted to move my feet so bad, but instead I lifted my feet, so when he would drive the knife into my feet, it was like my feet would lift, like it was lifting, like, as in, do it, do it, get it over quickly. You know what I'm saying? And but he but when he went to go thrust the knife, he thrusted the knife into the ground. It's like he completely missed my legs. So and again, he wasn't aiming for my specifically my feet. He was aiming for the leg, more so my right leg. So he missed it, and the knife got thrusted in the ground, and then he started doing something with his hands. And then he picked the knife back up, and I think he went to the other side. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think he went to the other side, which is my left leg, and he went to go thrust the knife again, but he missed my leg. And he did something with his hands, and then he pulled the knife out again. And I think at this moment it was like two times, and on the third time I was like, it's like a part of me was like move, you know. And I stood up, and as he was looking to stab me again, I disarmed him, and I prayed to the Father. Father, do you give this man into my hands? And as I was waiting on the answer, I I was able to like lift the man on my shoulders as I was still praying. It's like I tipped my body like this and lift him on my shoulders and still kept praying. But after that, the dream pretty much went over, and I knew quickly that Father wanted me to share that with his people. So out of the gist of this whole dream, um, Father wanted me to relate to his people. Don't be puffed up, but you need to walk in the edification of the love. So don't be out here persecuting one another or persecuting these other people because of your knowledge, because your knowledge is the same thing that can cause others to sin, which you will transgress against Yahusha. So we need to be out here doing the work of Yahusha and not out here judging or condemning, more so condemning, because we can help a brother to judge between what's right or wrong, and what is of Yah and what's not of Yah. But it's not for our place right now to sit here and condemn, or to stone people, or to make a judicial um, uh, 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 I don't know what judicial, like, persecution. I don't know what the word is like after that, but basically I'm saying we just need to be humble in this walk. We need to let Father continue to do the work that he's doing, and we need to be an example to those that are Christians, to those that are Muslims, to those that are scattered across the four corners of the earth, because we understand that this is not a religion. We understand that this is something serious, and we understand as a people who Father has called us to be. But out of all of that, we need to understand that he has called us to be holy, and he has set a pathway, a set apart a path that is meant for us to walk, that we will be tried, and we are to overcome these things for the glorification of Yah. Okay, so again, I just wanted to come, to you guys, relay that message. I actually do plan on doing a video, because in the dream, I knew by my spirit that Father was saying his people have pride. Not all of them, but there's a lot of them out there that have pride. So I am going to do a video of recalling this dream again, doing a little bit better, and going through the script of what Father brought to my remembrance immediately. So if you guys want to get a jump on it, go read First Corinthians chapter 8, and then go read Romans chapter 14, and then in Proverbs it talks about pride as well. But I wanted to throw this one last thing in there. One thing that kind of stood out to me was in the New Testament, or around the time of Yahusha and the disciples and these people. Check this out. It's not that these people didn't know who they were, but there was an awakening that happened during that time, that you had two people. You had a people that they said they knew of the Father, but they wasn't moving in the love of the Father, so they wasn't really of the Father, which Yahusha kept calling them the Father. Their father was Hasatan. And then you had a people that actually was of the Father. Okay, so I kind of see that during this time as well, is that we have people that they think they know the Father, but they really don't. And there's a group of people that actually are of the Father, and we're moving out in this function of the Father's love during this awakening. Pay attention to how in the New Testament the people were getting persecuted. The truth be told, it was a small number compared to a big number. However, people were getting converted left and right. So, pay attention to those things, because what's funny is our time is like mimicking what was happening in the New Testament. You know, so I just pray that you hear what the Spirit has heard, and I pray that you seek Father if you think that this was sent by me. I pray that Father shows you what He showed me, and let Him be the judge of the matter. So I pray that y'all be in shalom, y'all be in peace. Continue to move by the Spirit of Yah, and in all edification and love. And I pray that y'all in shalom, man.